this is going to be almost a parting shot at the Jets before the game even takes place on Sunday, because I'm going to be very clear. I'm not going to curse, but I do not give a fill in the blank about what happens, really, because it doesn't change anything that's taking place this year. I do not want a meaningless win, 7-9 versus a Bills team that's halfway playing, not fully playing. But that's probably what's going to end up happening. So I'm already preparing myself to go down the draft when another lost season, which is just fantastic, honestly. But here's the problem: Gase. And it continues to be Gase. And here's the other problem: he's not going anywhere, guys. I hate to break the news, even though there was all this stuff with him saying I'm rich as fuck or whatever. And I'm using that because that's what he used, and then it's in the story. But you know what? Honestly, it's ridiculous, all the stuff with Gase. The players do not seem to like him by any means. They always rally behind Greg Williams. You saw when they beat the Cowboys, they gave Greg the game ball, not Gase, obviously. I'm pretty sure Greg got the Gatorade back too, so that's great. And also, there's been reports of a burner account, which I was trying to look more into, that is somewhat associated with Gase, called Wyatt, and it seems to be someone in his family potentially, and there seems to be a lot of people that believe that this is legitimately someone close to him tweeting stuff, defending him and whatnot. So it's very alarming. It's annoying. It's not something you want. And his son is named Wyatt. That's why this is gaining steam. When the account's here, it's gained so many followers over the last few days. There's over 2,000 followers now. Yes, I am one of them. Because I'm pretty sure all the tweets got deleted now. This thing's definitely a burner. Like, I'm almost convinced. Like, it has to be. Like, I can't unsee this. Like, this is like Adam Gase burner account. I don't think it's directly coming from Gase, but it's someone associated with Gase is tweeting off this thing. I am almost 100% sure of it. There's too much smoke not to be fire in this situation. What do you think?
I think everything you're saying is 100% accurate. That definitely is a burner account.
It has to be.
It has burner written all over it. The fact that the tweets are deleted, come on now. We all know who it is. Listen, everyone knows me. I hate the Jets. I do. But I'm going to tell you this. When they hired Adam Gase, I said to Julian, that was one of the worst things they did to start. And then the thing is, they had a great free agency period.
I thought it was fantastic.
You guys won.
I applauded every move.
You guys won the offseason. I even admitted it. You guys won the offseason.
You know what it is? That doesn't always translate to wins on the field, sadly.
You're absolutely right. You got Le'Veon Bell, C.J. Mosley, unfortunately, was out for the year with a groin injury. But I'll tell you this. You get him back next year healthy, and especially one of the biggest losses the Jets suffered, and we're not talking about much, is Avery Williamson.
That was a big loss too, yeah.
He was such an anchor for that defense.
Missed him out.
And it felt like they kind of lost their identity without him.
Okay.
So now the two of them back next year, that's going to be something for you guys. That's something to look forward to. But in regards to this team, I'm going to tell you what, you need an offensive line. You failed miserably in the offensive line department. What's Kintiche Osemele, whatever his name is.
Kelechi.
Yeah. You guys got him. It was a big get, but there was the problem with, what was it, the surgery or something like that?
It was the whole that he went against Jet team doctors, got his own shoulder surgery, and then they cut him loose.
So basically that was the problem.
Yeah.
The offensive line was just a train wreck all season long. This year, you have money in free agency, go out and go spend it on some offensive line to protect that asset you have under center. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. Sam Darnold, if he doesn't get mono, I think the Jets could have had some more wins.
Yeah,
he doesn't get mono. That was a huge problem. He missed, 2 or 3 games?
Yeah,
with mono?
I mean, you make some great points. A lot of stuff happened, but I don't want to excuse Gase of any blame.
No, I'm not excusing, and that's where I was going.
Okay.
Gase is not, and I repeat, I'm not trying to be a bad person and bash the guy. I'm just saying he is not he's not a player's coach.
Not at all.
He is a all about himself coach. He only cares about his opinions. His gameplay. He does not let his play. What I'm getting at is he doesn't make his players better.
No,
he makes them worse.
Problem, yeah.
Jay Ajayi, he gets traded to the Eagles, lights it up. Devontae Parker is away from Adam Gase. He's lighting it up now in Miami. Who's another?
Tannehill.
Tannehill.
It's the most clear example to me out of all of this.
I feel like he held Tannehill back, and Tannehill has really turned himself around in Tennessee. He's got a great offensive line. He's got more weapons, better play calling, which is crazy because everybody who knows Adam Gase used to be the Broncos offensive coordinator with Peyton Manning when they were breaking records and all that. But look at what it's done. He is not, and I repeat, is not a head coach. He is an offensive coordinator, and that is what he does. That is his place.
I don't even know if it's that anymore based on the shit I've seen this year.
He's lost. I'm going to tell you this. He used to be very good. We could agree. Jules, wasn't he one of the best back in 2013, 2014? He was one of the best.
Of course. You gotta
now, I feel like he's lost his identity, and I feel like the power has gotten to his head.
Yeah, man.
And he's destroying Sam Darnold. Get somebody who's going to make him better. Sam Darnold has a bright future, okay? Mm-hmm. He's had a lot of bad games, but there's been games where you see this guy, and the Cowboys game is an example.
That's a great one.
Is how he took over a game and just went with it. Mm-hmm. Minus, if you get him to stop turning the ball over, this guy could be a top quarterback in the near future.
Yeah.
He really could.
I still believe in Sam completely, and I'm just upset with the whole Gase situation. I have some numbers that outline my concerns.
I saw that tweet, too, the other day, and it's going to be baffling.
The defense and Greg Williams have carried this football team. We cannot mistake that. The defense has been underrated for the whole season, honestly. And they've been carrying this horrible offense. There was games that Luke Falk was playing in and no business being in, and they were in it for a little while at least. But, here's the thing. Last season, we had 20.8 points per game. This season, we're down to 17.6. If you take out the math for the Luke Falk games, which I just did on my phone, the Jets' points per game go up by 2. It's close to 20, but it's still not more than what they had last year under a defensive-minded head coach with what was supposed to be better personnel with Le'Veon Bell now in that backfield. I understand the offensive line took a step back, or maybe multiple step backs. I don't even know if that describes what took place this year, but just an awful unit, one of the worst in all football. Whoever they tried just didn't work. There was a couple games that it was held up by patchwork and Band-Aids against bad teams that made us think maybe it's okay, but no, it's not okay by any means. It just isn't. It's just a situation that just snowballed all year. It never got any better, and now this is where we are, playing the Bills in a meaningless football game for us, and the team that has clinched their spot. And I'm just not happy with what's taking place. Gase's usage of Le'Veon Bell has been asinine. In the game against the Bengals, the 10 inside handoffs, I'll never forget those. You're running the ball, their best player, not even trying to get on the outside. I'm only giving him the ball 10 times against a team notoriously carved up as a Pittsburgh Steeler. It's baffling to me. The usage of Bell has been awful all year. He hasn't used him as a wide receiver enough, all this stuff. Your best player you're not utilizing correctly. You also got too pass-happy at times and cost us that game against Buffalo by some bad play calling when you're up 16-0. And it's frustrating. We're stuck with them next year, which is even worse now because if they go 7-9 and narratives and be like, oh, if they won a few more games, they could have made the playoffs. Well, that's true, but it's not because of Adam Gase. It's in spite of him.
True. Everything you're saying is 100% true.
I just don't like it at all.
It's a bad situation. I think the ownership is not helping out at all.
No, not at all.
I think that Joe Douglas
has a lot of work to do.
Inherited a bad situation that he's doing everything in his power, to clean up. I think they have a bright future with him. I think he has a plan. We'll see how he executes that plan. But right now, they got a lot of holes to fill. And going into this game, which we'll go into now, this game is meaningless. You're absolutely right. I think Buffalo, if they're going to rest players, I still think they get the win.
I think Jets will win.
So you think Jets are going to win? I'm going to say this. I think Buffalo still gets the win, even with their backup, Matt Barkley. Oh, God. He's going to make me regret this. But I'm going to go with Buffalo. And Buffalo, can you please
stop? I hope you're right, though, again.
Can you please stop? And I'm going to say this. Please stop healthy scratching Tommy Sweeney, please. I'm getting really annoyed with
this
this.
This is a great week for him to play, honestly.
This guy, in the beginning of the year, he's a great blocker. He does well catching the ball down the field, and I'm not just saying this as a bias because he's my friend. Start him. I'm tired of looking at the injury report and seeing that this guy's a healthy scratch. Play the man, please.
Especially this week.
Exactly. He can make plays. Have him double wide with, never mind Croft, have him and Dawson Knox on the two sides. You guys can do some damage. They're two big guys. I've spoken.
Yeah, and Sweeney actually had 2 grabs for around 40 yards the last time he played us, so the success is there. I'd like to see him out there. Why not? I mean, it's a good chance to see what he's got. I mean, they're not going to play their starters all the time. I think he should get more time as well. I think he'll get some reps, so I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with that.
Me too.
So, yeah, I just think we win this game because, again, we had the same conversation last week, and I feel like a broken record, but the Jets win these games. It don't matter. And they play hard. They get up for these games. And they're motivated for some reason because they want to finish the season on a high note and make it seem like it was like ending strong, like winning 2. They're going to win the football game. That's just what's going to happen, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I really hope you're right, honestly, again. But last week we saw what happened. Jets 20, Bills 17 and 14. I don't think it's not going to be a high-scoring game, but Jets will win an ugly one again.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
We'll see what happens.
So we'll transition off the Jets. Took a lot of time with that, but let's get to some more meaningful games. Oakland.